Raised on country music, a Coonamble-born, multi-award-winning Newcastle-based country music sensation, Max Jackson, who now has a total of 3 golden guitars to her name, knew from an early age that she wanted to be just like her favourite country singers, travelling far and wide, sharing stories and connecting with country people everywhere. She independently released her first album, Life of the Party, in March 2020, featuring 13 songs that were written from the heart. Then in 2022, she took out Australia's biggest country music competition, Toyota Star Maker, becoming its 42nd winner. In that same year, Max took every opportunity to perform at shows and festivals wherever they would have her. I don't know why you wouldn't. But anyway, as a new Star Maker winner, including a trip to Nashville where she showcased her music on the world stage at CMA Fest. Max's rise continued when she was selected to perform at the inaugural South by Southwest Music Festival in Sydney before she scored the special guest spot on the Wolf Brothers National Still Living the Dream tour. What a great tour that was, and what a great support she did for the Wolfies on that tour. Man, that was excellent stuff. As well as signing a record deal with ABC Music. Max had fantastic sellout shows this year at the Tamworth Country Music Festival, capping it off with an amazing Golden Guitar Award for Female Artist of the Year. Good on you, Max. Well done. And Max's latest sensational single, entitled simply Red Dirt Rock and Roll, that I played a minute ago, is bound to ensure her continuing rise towards the upper echelons of Australia's country music landscape as she heads to another massive year in 2026, and I genuinely look forward to watching her career continue to blossom as she accrues many more well-deserved successes in the months and years ahead. I've spoken on the phone with Max several times before, and it's always been a real pleasure to chat with us, so I'm thoroughly delighted to have her standing by on the phone again right now. So let me bring this very, very talented young songstress on air right now without any further delay. Hello, Max. How are you today?
Hey, Harry. I'm really good, mate. Thank you. It's great to chat again.
Oh, look, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, and I still have fond memories of catching up with you at the Wolfies show here in. Out of Melbourne, a couple of years ago now.
Yeah, gosh, the time has flown since then, but so grateful for that time, being out on the road with the Wolf Brothers. They took me here, there and everywhere, and it really just helped to, introduce me to a whole new audience and obviously catch up with lots of people like you.
It was just an absolute, and what a great performance, I mean, I really did. I'm a big fan of the Wolfies, and now I'm a big fan of Max Jackson because what a great job you did on support for that show.
Thank you so much.
And with hubby Jeremy on guitar, back to working with you, that was a really good show. Really, really good.
Thank you so much. We loved doing that, and it sort of feels like forever ago, but yesterday all at the same time.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, now there's a couple. I hope time permits, but we've got a couple of things that I'd like to. First of all, welcome to the Country Club again, and it's always a great pleasure to have you on the show. But my heartiest congratulations go out to you. I want to do this personally on your thoroughly well-deserved Golden Guitar for Female Artist of the Year at Tamworth this year. Well done, Max. Well done indeed, and well deserved.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was it's really cool, like when something like that obviously happens once, and I won the award last year as well, but then, to get it 2 years in a row was just extra special, and, it's just such a nice way to start the year, obviously receiving the award, but I just love the Golden Guitars in the sense that, you get to celebrate all of the hard work and, everything that has gone into that past year of music. So it was definitely really special to get that award again and just kick off 2026 in that way.
You couldn't have a better start to the year, could you?
That was it. Yeah, such a good one.
Yeah, and like I said, so well deserved, Max. You know, I mean, I've been watching your career blossom. You know, from the first time I heard of you, and the first time I started playing your music on my show, um, and that's, I'm talking about what, 3-4 years now. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
you know, so and you've been on a rocket ride to the top. You know, and you're not there yet, but you're getting there, and it won't be long before you're way up there. You know, with the Kernigans and the Wolfies and all the rest of them. You know, you're
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, honestly, we're loving the ride and loving, things getting more and more exciting as we go and just having the best time.
That's and enjoy it. You know, because like you said, this only happens once in your life. So
That's it. Absolutely. Take every opportunity.
absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. Um, okay, now let's talk about this great new a single of yours. This is a sensational track, and it speaks so loudly of all the rock and roll that you've got in you. You know.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited about the new single. It's honestly like a song that I wrote so much with playing live in mind. Playing live is my absolute favorite part
Yeah.
of what I do, and so I wrote the song to be the opening song of our show, and therefore it ended up as the opening song of the album as well. But just really felt like the perfect song to put out there, particularly right now. Country music is it's so exciting that
Mm.
it's sort of trending all over the world, and there's a lot of new people coming to country music, and I think something that's really, really unique about it is just the energy that country crowds bring to festivals and shows. And basically I just wanted to bottle up that electricity and that excitement and everything happening around the genre at the moment. So that's where the whole idea for the song came from. But I had a lot of fun putting all of the country references right next to the rock and roll references as well. So we
Yep.
had such a great time writing it, and it was just a really fun one to be able to put out there.
And that comes across. I mean, that's all there in that song, all of that feel, that you've just mentioned. And the song, of course, is called Red Dirt Rock and Roll. Did you write that yourself, or was it a co-write?
It was a co-write with one of my friends, Buddy Owens, in Nashville.
Okay.
We've written a few times together, but we actually wrote that song and Going Nowhere Now, which are the opening two songs of the album. We wrote those together 2 days in a row. So we just
Okay.
had this little pocket of creativity and came out with a couple of good ones, which was great.
Yeah. And you guys did a great job, I've got to say, as you would
Thank you.
as you would expect. I mean, just I don't imagine you putting anything out that's like substandard. I just can't see it.
Thank you, mate.
Now, I'm talking about the rock and roll in you, but I've been having a look at some of your reels on YouTube, I think YouTube or Facebook, whatever it is, on the socials anyway. And AC/DC covers Thunderstruck and Highway to Hell. You do such a good job of those.
Oh, thank you so much. I love, so obviously if anyone hasn't seen the series that I do on social media, it's where I make non-country songs a little more country, and that was all inspired by my song Little More Country. But I absolutely love doing those covers, and the AC/DC ones have been so much fun. We actually made an EP of them in March last year that I released, and we didn't include any of the AC/DC on that EP, but it's definitely something I would love to get in the studio and make, some proper versions of maybe one of those or another AC/DC song. I just think it would be really cool to include that in our live show as well. But
Yeah.
absolutely love doing those covers. They've really changed my life, honestly. That has introduced me just to thousands and thousands of people, through social media. And then those people have either, started coming to shows and telling me that that's how they found me, or
Okay.
we just have been overseas. We've just been over and played in Germany and London. And
Right.
we had people there say that that's how they found us, through my Dancing Queen cover and things like that as well. So it's definitely, found me a whole new audience, and it's been really cool that then, they've gone and supported my original music as well.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. It's like I said, it's just. I mean, it was unexpected, you know. Like I happened to, see Max Jackson, and I thought, oh, I'll have a look at that, and I was so surprised to see, or to hear these AC/DC covers, and I thought, wow, that's really good. She does a
Yeah.
really good job of that.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's always funny, obviously taking something like AC/DC and changing it country, it can be quite the controversial thing to do for a lot of,
Sometimes,
fans
yeah.
of AC/DC. So,
Yeah.
some people love it, some people hate it and everything in between. But I just, enjoy doing them so much. So
Ha-
I'll definitely, hopefully put out a full band version of one of them soon.
That'd be great. I mean, how could you not like Akadaka, let me ask you?
So good.
And while we're on the reels, just quickly, I caught one the other day of you being interviewed by someone, and you were talking about running into Lainey Wilson when she was out here on tour just recently. And it was just such a nice interview, and so nice of you to talk about Lainey and how down to earth she is, and how she remembered you and talked to you, and
Yeah.
that must have been such a buzz.
Oh, it was such a buzz. I met her here in Newcastle. I live just out of Newcastle, and she was playing a big festival called Howlin' Country. And
Right.
I sort of had the heads up that there might be an opportunity to meet her that night. And I sort of was just like, wow, what on earth would I say, to someone who inspires me so much?
Mm.
But it was just really cool to be able to meet her and to be able to thank her. She's really, really changed the game a lot for women in country music
Yes.
over the last couple of years, and just to be able to thank her for that. But she was so honestly down to earth and kind, and the fact that she had remembered the few things that they had sort of told her about me before she actually met me, and then congratulated me on my golden guitar and all of
Yeah.
those things was, just really, I thought, Lainey Wilson doesn't need to remember any of those things. It's already going to be an amazing experience just meeting her. But then,
Yep.
obviously remembering all those things on top just showed how much of a good person she is. And,
Yep.
and she gave me some great advice. Being a female in the industry sometimes can be a little bit more tricky to get on, festivals and
Sure.
things like that. And she was just sort of saying to me, you just got to keep going and believing in yourself, and thinking back to, when you were a little girl and you'd go to the shows and you had that dream, and then now you're able to do that for somebody else. So
Yeah.
that was really, really cool to get that advice from her.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I remember her previous to. I had the privilege of being able to catch her show here in Melbourne at the Margaret Court Arena. And what a great show it was. Absolutely fantastic. I was so impressed with her. But at one point during her performance, she actually stopped and had a chat with the audience, and told them about how she didn't have a plan B. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That this had to work for her. Otherwise, there was nowhere else for her to go. And that really struck home with me, because we would have missed out on so much if the world hadn't embraced her the way we have.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, with anything, when you put yourself out there, you're always going to come up against, challenges and people. Some people are going to love your music. Some people are going to not like it. And I mean, it could be the same for literally anything, whether you're an artist or whatever, painter or whatever. There's always going to be people who, maybe say that you're not doing the best job at what you're doing. But all you literally have to do is just make the thing that you make for the people who love it, because that's all
Yes.
that really matters.
That's right.
And there's always going to be so many people out there who resonate with, what it is that you have to say or what it is that you put into your music. So, yeah, I totally agree with that. And sometimes
Yeah.
the challenging days can make you think, am I doing, should I be doing this, and should I be dedicating, my whole life to it? But
Yeah.
that joy for what you do, and I guess, going back to why you do it in the first place, is always a really good way to be reminded that that it's worth, keeping going and thinking about all those people out there who are going to love it.
Yeah. You're quite right. Look, the old saying, you can't please everyone all the time. That is, in fact, you can't get around that, you know.
That's it. That's it.
You know, so don't double guess yourself. Just do what you do, and you know, let the chips fall where they will. And I don't see you going wrong, Max. I really don't. I think whatever you put out, you're going to have fans, a growing legion of fans. You know, just enjoying your work, and including me.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot.
Yeah, look, I'm glad, but it also means a lot to be able to chat with you on the phone like this, you know, because you are rising. You are a rising star in the country music scene, and as I said, you're heading towards the top. I have no doubt about that. You know.
Oh, thank you, mate. That means a lot. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. But I mean that. I mean, I'm not saying it just for the sake of, you know, promoting you, but you do such a great job, Max, you know, and I've seen it personally in live on stage, you know, so I know what I'm talking about here. You are a great artist, really, you are. And to everyone out there, if you get a chance to see Max Jackson live in concert, grab it. Go, because you won't be sorry.
Oh, thank you. Well, we can't wait to come back your way. We're about to be announcing the Dangerous in Denim tour. So if people want to catch us, they can obviously check out my social media. That's where the big announcement will come. I also do have a group on there called Max's Mates, which you can sort of join this little group where I let everybody know about everything first. So if people want to join into that, they can do that as well. And I'm looking forward to getting back out on the road this year and can't wait to hopefully make it to a lot of new places as well.
Excellent. So that Max's Mates.
Yeah. So on my Facebook and my Instagram, you can head and you can just go to my page and you'll see a little thing that says Max's Mates.
Right.
And you can join in there. And basically, whenever I have any news, I always post it in there, whether it be like a music video or something, I always put it in there like a couple of hours early and let everyone know in that group, you know, what's happening and when it's happening. And lots of those people, you know, obviously, you know, come out on the road and they say, I'm in the Mates group, and it's always really cool to find out stuff before it's happening. So it's a great little community and lots of lovely people in there.
I'm sure. I'm sure you wouldn't attract people who weren't lovely, I don't think.
No, lots of nice people.
Absolutely. We're starting to run short on time. Unfortunately, I'd love to keep talking with you right to the end of the show. You know, never mind the music. You know. Well, first of all, how'd you go on your recent visit to the US? How long were you there?
So we were in Germany and London. We went for 3 weeks, which was awesome. Right. And we played a festival called C2C, which is like country to country. Mm-hmm. And it's a great festival. We played in Berlin. There's about 5,000 people who went. It's only a couple of years in the festival.
I love Berlin, yeah.
We went to London, and the London festival's quite big. There was about 20,000 people attended that one. And it was just really exciting to see country music, you know, trending and just so many fans in a place that I've never even traveled there before. So it was really cool, you know, life experience and music experience, and just great to see, you know, people loving country music just as much there as they are here in Australia. So definitely opens up a lot of opportunities for Australian artists to go that way as well and play and make a bunch of new fans, and I guess fly the Aussie country music flag and show people what we're doing over here. So I was really proud to be able to do that, and I feel like we won over a lot of new people, and we're going to head back over in September next year to play some festivals. So it's really exciting. It's a great place to go.
Excellent. I was in Berlin in '95, and I fell in love with the place. You know, I didn't want to go home again.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was so cool, and just cool to, you know, play your music in a whole new place is amazing.
Yeah, it would have been such a great experience. Yeah, fantastic. I remember someone said at the time, '95. They said, "Oh, you know Silver Spoon."
Yeah,
or a silver chair. Sorry, silver chair.
Yeah.
So you know, cool. They were right into the Aussie stuff. All right, look, we've got to sign off, but just quickly, what's your most, what's your next project, or what's your next appearance going to be?
So I'm playing a couple of festivals. I've got the Meat Stock Festival happening in Gippsland, so really
Okay.
looking forward to that one. And then
Excellent.
I'm coming back on tour. I'm opening up for Brad Cox, but like I said, I'm going to also be announcing my own tour soon. So definitely keeping an eye on the socials, which is at Max Jackson Music.
Right.
And I'll be announcing all of that soon, and I can't wait to get that way.
Excellent. Excellent. I can't wait to talk to you again on the phone.
Thank you,
And-
mate. Well, thanks for playing the song and yeah, for the chat today. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're more than welcome, Max. Every time. I love getting you on the phone and having a chat with you. Just, you're one of my favourite artists. So, I just absolutely look forward to talking with you.
Thank you, mate. We'll hopefully see you at a show real soon.
Hopefully, I'm going to check your dates out. If I can get to any one of your shows, I will get in touch with you. And can you put my name on the door, please?
Sounds good.
So, and hopefully have a chat with maybe interview you live at the back of the stage or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, but hopefully something will happen. I'll be able to.
That'll be great.
I'd love to catch up with you, in person. But anyway, look, thank you for taking the time to have this chat with me today. I do appreciate it very, very much. And I look forward to doing it again before too much longer.
Sounds good, mate. Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you. Thank
Bye.
you. Thank you, Max. Bye-bye.